material. In the world of the creation, we call this neutral material cosmos, superfields, separation between the galaxies, separation between the solar system, separation between the planetary system, and in the body of the man we call it lymph. In a way there is no difference, transparent, no identity, but when it reaches a point of given time, space and place and position, manifests itself as dust on earth. In a way, the similarity and the work is exactly the same. We look into the cosmos, we see the transparency of the structure. We can see planetary systems, we can see galaxies deep in the depth of the universe. We look inside the body of the man, we see lymph, transparent, and everything else floats in it. There is no difference between the space between the stars and the lymph in the body of the man. Touch it, you cut yourself, you see a white stuff, clear, transparent stuff. Carries the whole essence of the life of the man in it, and it depends if it gets to the liver, it becomes a cell of the liver. If it gets to the brain, it becomes a cell of the brain. It becomes to the kidney, it becomes a cell of the kidney. It's the condition of the environment dictates how it manifests itself. This sky in the light of the lymph is where 80% of the energy of your daily life is absorbed from the universe. And as I said, you're fooled by the heart. You're actually controlled by the lymph. This is why the lymph of the body of the man is transparent, because it's energy. Your nose takes the energy of the universe and it feeds your lung. The nose passes the back of the soul. The mouth feeds the physicality to the heart. Your feeding line of the soul comes from your nose, from your breathing. Feeding of your physicality comes from killing. Cleverly, all has been put in one thing, it's called the head. And now you have a bigger problem. As we've seen, the soul being in the center of the body of the man, somewhere in there, getting piggybacked by protection of the blood as a cage. So does your blood do the same with your lymph. So when you look at the structure of the heart of the man, one pump is for blood coming in. One pump is for blood going out. But the big chambers actually do the main job. That means, simply, in a simple language, their pressure decides the flow of the lymph. The coming of the lymph circulation comes through your bone marrows, and going up the pressure is the flow of the limbs pressurized to move. Your heartbeat pressure, it actually pushes through the lymph circulation. And the only way it has to go, except going through your digestion system to feed the organs, it needs a backup to connect the two sides together, which happens in the oil wells of your bone marrow. The way that the protein is absorbed from the space, from the what they told you, the life of blood, the physicality of the dinosaurs, and then became the oil, you accept that foolishness. Now you understand that you need that compression pot you call the earth to convert the energies back to another form of energy that you can have. You convert protein into oil, and then you burn the oil and you have your energy. The body of the man does the same. Gets the energy of the universe as a lymph conversion, puts it through the bone marrow, and you suck it up and it becomes your blood cells. Your bone marrow is a conversion of universal energies into matter state. This is why you need the blood to replenish continuously millions of cells every day, that you allow the conversion of physicality. But again, being very clever, the life has found a way. I hide it in a way I don't need to do much with it. 80% of the conversion you have learned, you go to a big toilet and you get rid of it. It's actually half of what you transfer into matter state is what your lymph as cosmic ray has converted. The way our body of the planet changes, feels the energies of the what we call solar system into matter state, it rains on us as gold, silver, and everything else. Our body, through its bone marrow, converts universal energies to matter state of physicality of the body of the man. Because this vacuum condition of the earth needs matter state to show dust, the gold, water, and the rest. The vacuum condition of the body of the man needs cells. Converts the energies higher than the solar system can convert into matter state physicality of the body of the man. You need understanding of the conformation, transformation of the energy from the physical part, which you call it the blood, and the energy of the universe, which you call the lymph. The only parallel is that we understand in micro or macro, one or the other, and understand the relationship, understand the connection. How does the lymph in the body of the man transfers energy into the bone marrow? That lymph, that liquid transparent material, is like the gap between the galaxies. It carries the energies, which feeds the galaxies, which keeps them in order. We consider, to our eyes, there is nothing between the galaxies. It's empty space. 90% of the space they tell us is empty. Is that lymph, which carries all the nourishment for the whole galaxies, for the universe to operate and operates through and within. What does our galaxy put into the lymph system, into the space gap between another galaxy, what we call the empty space, empty gap? Now we understand there is no difference. How much energy is within the lymph? How much lymph takes everything and distributes it according to where it's needed? That lymph is the space gap between the galaxies. But what does it carry? We know the lymph carries all the energies from our body into the right position, transfers everything to our bone marrow to become our immune system, and then becomes every cell created. It's a self-regenerating system. We eat, we transfer the energy into the lymph. Lymph transfers it through the bone creates the red blood cells, which red blood cells make then arrange the structure of the skin of the man, and then the skin of the man separates everything and keeps everything inside. So the process of the creation cannot be any different. So in this process, if you understand how a lymph comes from the absorbing the energy of the food, whatever you absorb, or the structure inside you, and takes that information, that material, through to the bone, through the kidney, through to liver, then you find out you can do the same for your transmutation. You have to link up to the lymph of the universe. Then you understand, by dictating the right field strength, you'll be absorbed by the kidney. You're creating the right field strength, you'll be absorbed by the liver. Right field strength, you'll be absorbed by the brain. So you do that with your soul, which is your central energy production. That'll be the food you eat. You work in the collective environment of the fields. Now you understand how the transmutation, transportation, physical body, all connected to each other, be it in the body of the man, be it in the structure of the universe, be it in the structure of the universe.